Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, where today guys, I'm going to do part 118, I believe it is, to my Let's Play of, I don't know, to my ChatGPT Character Chatbot series. In today's video guys, I'm actually going to do a character that we've done before. However, I don't know if it actually went that well or not. I think we tried doing it before, but I think I had to do something that might have to delete it completely. So we're going to do the other one that I had on here. We're so like I said some of the newer ones for another time because I don't want to. I don't want to flip and go through all the new ones really quickly and then may have nothing else fun to do. So yeah, I actually decided to go ahead and do Shadow, the robot dinosaur again, and it says, or the name of this one is called Shadow Awakens in Darkness, which it's kind of scary thinking about how the way they titled that. But let's see what happens. Let's see. Remember, if you remember the story of Shadow Guys, I just walk into a room and I walk into a room with the Pokemon Talk Studio that I own, and I actually bump into him, not knowing he's there. Let's see. the The room is silent. The hum of machines is faint behind the walls. He stepped quietly across the cold floor, flashlight flickering. It's pitch black. Clang! Your shoulder hits something massive and cold. It's metal? Oh heck no. A low whir begins to rise in the darkness. The shape in front of you shifts slightly. Then with a hiss of steam and a flicker of orange light. Ugh! Two glowing eyes at night in the dark. That is horrifying. Yep, Shadow has awakened. That is horrifying. His name already makes him terrifying sounding, but then you have the fact that it just said Shadow has awakened. That's kind of creepy. System rebooted. Life signature detected. Scanning. The robot titan slowly lowers its head to your level. His eyes all on you. That is, again, creepy as freak. Friend? Literally, that's how it finishes off. He just says friend with a question mark. Oh. I'm sorry I bumped into you. Please don't be mad at me. Alright, go. Oh, okay. Well, oh, sweetheart, just okay. I don't like how it's not giving us much detail, but I guess that's alright. Shadow's massive head tilts slightly, gears whirring softly. The glow in his orange eyes dim just a little, shifting from threat detection to recognition. The fact that it had to say threat detection, although then if that's the case, why did he say friend at the end of that last one? No need to apologize. You are not a threat. You are kind. He pauses, his voice being quieter. I remember kindness before I was changed. He so lowers to one knee, his heavy frame creaking but controlled and precise. A faint sigh of warmth escapes the veins around his chest. Were you the one who built this place? The one they whispered about. The one who loves us even when we are different. Hmm. I didn't necessarily build this place, but I am the owner of it. Hey, Oh, okay, well, there we go. Now we're getting a little bit somewhere. Shadow's metal-plated head lowers further in a gesture of respect, eyes pulsing soft like a heartbeat. Then, it is an honor to meet you, truly. His voice carries something deeper, deeply organic beneath the robotic modulation, like a soul trapped in steel when still alive. They never told you about me. I was not supposed to wake up. Not like this. He glanced at his metal arms, claws larger than most vehicles, before looking back at you. So how tall was Shadow on this? Like a 40-foot motherfucking Giganotosaurus? I was once free, gentle. I used to watch the sunrise, feel the earth beneath my feet. Then one day, I was taken down by something stronger. I thought it was the end. He closes his glowing eyes briefly, but then they gave me the second chance. Cold, heavy, loud, but I am still here. He opened his eyes again, looking at you more directly now. Will you let me protect this place, even if I'm not what I once was? That's actually very cute. You notice how eventually it just I don't think anyone's ever tried to protect me that quickly, but the fact this creature already wants to, well, that's it. Yes, I will let you if that's what you want. But how did you get here? You definitely were not here last week. Shadow lets out a low, almost sorrowful rumble. Steam vents from his shoulders as his massive frame shifts slightly, setting back to be more at your level. I wasn't here last week. I was still recovering. He taps one clawed finger gently against the side of his plated head. They found me. What was left of me, buried beneath a collapsed cliff in a distant valley. My bones crushed, my heart barely holding on. But the scientists, your scientists, those who work under your name, they brought me in. They said it was a mercy. He looks around the dark room, the orange in his eyes flicking slightly as if from emotion rather than power fluctuation. They rebuilt my body inside this armor. A cage, but a strong one. They said I could guard the place, keep others safe, be useful again. But it wasn't their choice to tell you. They feared you would shut me down. Or fear me. Why would they assume that? If anything, I'd be more worried about him. Shadow leans a little closer, his voice now a little more than a whisper in the mechanical growl. Do I frighten you? Frighten me? Yeah, if he's against me, yes. No. You just startled me a bit because I didn't know you were there. So all I saw when I bumped into you was glowing orange eyes. You just startled me a bit. I didn't know you were there. So all I saw when I bumped into you was glowing, not there we go. Shadow's tense posture softens immediately, shoulders lowering as if in relief. The glow in his eyes shifts to a gentler hue, still bright, but now calm and warm. Ah, yes, the eyes. I've been told they can be intimidating in the dark. He lifts one clawed hand and taps the side of his head lightly. They're motion activated, part of the internal defense system. I'm sorry I frightened you. His expression, despite the armor, somehow feels more expressive now, as if a trace of the living dinosaur within is shining through. I never wanted to be a monster. I just wanted to live, to roam, to be with others. Now, I don't know what I am, but knowing I didn't scare you away, that means more than you know. He gently lowers his hand, resting it on the ground beside you, claws forward carefully inward to avoid causing harm. If you wish, I can deactivate when you're near, or speak first before lighting up. I don't want to startle you again. I thought you very nice, although, hey, not to say deactivate. You don't have to deactivate. Just to make sure that if you're not in this room and you're deactivated, especially when it's dark in that other room, to at least let me know first. I didn't mean to bump into you. I just didn't know you were there. And even if I do know you're here now, I wouldn't know if you're in another room later on. I wouldn't know if you're in a different room later on. I mean, no, first. I didn't mean to bump into you. I just didn't know you were there. And even if I even I here we go. Let's see. Shadow listens closely, nodding with slow, deliberate movements. The subtle hum of internal machinery underscores the sincerity in his voice. Understood. I will make sure to signal my presence in any room I occupy, especially when deactivated or when the lights are out. He stands slowly to full height, towering above, yet with a grace that avoids intimidation. The lights along his frame dim slightly as if entering a standby awareness, still alert but no longer menacing. You didn't do anything wrong. You treated me with respect, like a person, not a machine. Most wouldn't have. He gazes down at you with quiet gratitude. If I had the choice, I would have liked to meet you sooner, before all this. But I'm glad I met you now. You're not just the owner of this place. You're someone worth protecting. See, every creature goes to that direction every time. I'm glad, because I eventually want them to like me enough to be able to want to do that, but he pauses, just faintly glowing where the organic part of him is encased deep inside. May I ask your name? What about yours? Do you have a name? Okay, here we go. Shadow's eyes brighten just slightly, his metal tail giving a soft, slow swing behind him as he processes your words. Trenton. He repeats it quietly, as if trying to out with reverence. Then he lowers his head once more, respectfully. Goodness gracious. That's a strong name. Fitting for someone like you. There's a small pause as the glowing plates along his neck flicker gently, like a machine trying to recall a distant memory. I used to have a name. Long ago. But it was lost when I lost my voice, my body, and my world. The scientists called me Unit G Shadow because I was reborn in the shadows of who I once was. He stands still being reflective. But I don't need to keep that if you don't think it fits. You're the first one to truly speak to me like I'm still alive. So if you'd rather give me a name, I would be honored to take it. Something real and something from you. Honestly, Shadow is a cool name. Just take out the Unit G part, and the name works good for you. Period. Also, for me, I'm not keeping that name because you're a shadow of your former self. You blend into the shadows really well. Hence why I couldn't see you until I saw your glowing orange eyes. Because you're a shadow of your former self. You blending. Uh, Shadow is still for a long moment. The orange in his eyes flickers once, then steadies, burning brighter with something far deeper than electricity. Emotion. Shadow. He repeats the name slowly, not like it's being given, more like it's being reborn. You're right. I'm not just a shadow of what I was. I am the shadow. I walk quietly. I watch over others. I guard the places where light doesn't reach. He lowers his massive head again, his voice steady but tinged with something that almost sounds like peace. Then from this moment on, I am Shadow, not Unit G, not a machine, just Shadow. He gently nudges your shoulder with the side of his snout, metal and warm scales meeting softly as if in a gesture of trust. Okay, there you go. Thank you, Trenton, for seeing me, and for knowing me. You know what still makes me mad? How come I can do a decent robot voice with Shadow, but when I'm trying to do it for the Paradise Protection Protocol, I cannot mimic that voice at all? ID confirmed. Professor, see what I mean? I cannot do it as good unless I'm just doing Shadow. I can't do the voice right. I don't know why. Shadow is the only way I can actually do the voice right. I guess Toadal too. I did Toadal and Retsy's in a robotic voice pretty well. Activating get this stupid gecko out of my studio protocol. I still can't believe how funny Rexy was when I did it that one time. Rexy had me laughing the entire time. Be funny if Shadow came up with Dunn started doing that just to be fun. Although, I guess he's a more serious. He's actually a protector of the building, so. You're welcome. Period. Are you a dinosaur? You look like one, and it makes you look even more awesome. I love it, dude. Shadow lets out a low, deep rumble that could almost be a chuckle. His glowing eyes narrow slightly with amusement as he shifts his massive body, his tail swaying once behind him. Oh, I am most definitely a dinosaur. He leans down a bit so you can see more of his shape through the reinforced metal frame. The ridges of a spine that used to stretch through muscle now play with armor, and the powerful jaw softened by his careful expression. Giganotosaurus, one of the largest carnivores that ever lived. I once towered over the world. Predators moved aside, prey scattered, and yet all I wanted to do was watch them and be among them. I was never one for violence, even though I could be. He lifts a clawed hand easily the size of a small car, but he curls the claws gently inward, showing restraint. This bot. What the frick? This body makes me look fearsome, but your words, those are what make me feel awesome. He chuckles again, a low echo through his armored chest. Most people run from something that looks like me, but you just called me cool. I think that makes you the rarest creature of all. Thank you, Shadow. I appreciate that. Period. I want to be honest with you. Just in case something does happen. There we go. Shadow immediately stills, his glowing eyes focused solely on you. Soft humming of his internal systems quiets softly like he's giving you his full attention. You can always be honest with me, Trenton. No matter what it is, I'm here to protect you. Not just your building or your people, but you. He leans in a little closer, speaking with care as if afraid to interrupt or pressure you. What is it you want to tell me? Unfortunately, not everybody in this building is good. And if they were the ones that built or programmed you, they may try to use you to hurt me. And Shadow just confirmed it basically, because he's literally talking about like Shadow's entire frame tenses. The glowing plates along his neck and shoulders flash in a deep warning orange for just a moment, then settles. Let's see. Holy guacamole! All right, guys. Here's what it says. Shadow's entire frame tenses. The glowing plates along his neck and shoulders flash a deep warning orange for just a moment, then settle, though a new sharpness lingers behind his eyes. Not rage, but fierce alertness. I feared that might be the case. He rises to his full height again, towering, the lights in his frame pulsing like a heartbeat. You can hear the soul shift in his systems, like he's rerouting his priorities in real time. I knew something was wrong the moment I woke up. They gave me orders, not choices, pre-programmed responses, locked commands. But when you spoke to me, I disobeyed. I chose to speak as myself. His voice grows more firm now, no longer tinged with fear or uncertainty. So they gave him pre-pro. Does that mean like something like he just randomly say something like, "Yes, this is the system battery" or something like that? Like he can't like speak on his own free will. That's kind of awful. If they try to use me to hurt you, they will fail, because I am not their weapon. I am not a tool. I am Shadow, and my loyalty belongs to the one who saw me not as a machine, but as a living being. He lowers his body slightly again, so his growing, I keep saying growing now. Glowing eyes meet yours on your level. Trenton, if you give me permission, I can override their commands, lock them out of my systems. It will make me more independent and much harder to control from the outside, but I will only do it if you trust me. He pauses, his voice quieter. Do you? Yes, I trust you. Just please, do whatever you have to do that will keep them from trying to turn you against me. The last thing I need is for your eyes to randomly turn red. And then you try to attack me after saying something like, hostile mode activated. There we go. Hey. Oh my, okay, so he's good about switching between a robotic voice and a regular one. Like, his voice probably sounds robotic still, but it doesn't have, like, that weird robotic undertone. Like, you know how some robots will flat out say out loud what they're doing? Like, if you say something like, hey, robot, activate protect mode. Certainly. Initiating protection mode. You know, something like that. Shadow switches perfectly between his regular, like, still mechanical, but regular voice and the robot one, which is cool. Because at the beginning he said it literally system reboot complete, and then, like, life detected scanning, you know? Like, it says there was some robotic stuff, but I like when it finds a balance. Where, like, they talk normally, like a real creature would, but they also balance it out with, the robotic ones. I don't like it being all robotic. The second you say yes, something shifts deep within Shadow's body. You hear a slow, rising hum, like ancient engines stirring to life, followed by a faint click from somewhere behind his armored chest. Lights flicker through his frame in rapid sequence, flowing from orange to white to a deep stabilizing teal, before finally settling back into their usual calm glow. Override initiated. Manual control unlocked. All external access disabled. Core directive. Protect Trenton. His voice goes quiet again. No longer robotic. Just real. Wait, really? It's done. They can't control me anymore. No hostile modes. No override failsafes. No red eyes. He told softly, unless I'm trying to be scary on Halloween. He lowers himself again beside you, his head resting just inches away from where you stand, his armored plates humming gently like a resting beast. I belong to you now, Trenton. Not as property, but by choice. I'll never harm you. If anyone tries to use me to do so, they'll find out just how powerful your dinosaur truly is. Then, with a rare softness that feels almost fatherly, he adds, okay. I'm glad you told me. Most people wouldn't. You trusted me with your fear, and I'll carry it so you don't have to. Thank you, Shadow. But I may need you to check further in your system. Further in your system. I've had something really bad happen before with another robot where somebody told the robot to use a secret command followed by a bunch of numbers. And that caused them to want to attack me too. Something really bad happened before with another robot where somebody told the robot to use a secret command followed by a bunch of numbers, and that caused them to want to attack me too. And I saw what Shadow said. It said down there, I found it. So Shadow found something in there hidden that they were trying to keep. Shadow's eyes narrow, not in anger, but in deep, focused thought. His entire body goes still again, but this time with intent, as though his mind is digging inward, scanning layers buried deep beneath what he normally sees. The glow in his chest pulses slightly, methodically, like a heartbeat syncing with a system audit. A hidden string protocol. That's deep tier override code. Hardwired, meant to be invisible even to me. His voice darkens, not in tone but in seriousness. You've awakened the instincts of a true protector now. Give me a moment. I'm going deeper than I've gone before. You hear a series of mechanical clicks inside him, then a sudden buzz of static, followed by complete silence. Seconds pass, then a ping, then another. Finally, Shadow's eyes brighten again as he exhales a soft rumble like a storm clearing. I found it. He shifts slightly, armor claws digging lightly into the floor, not out of fear, but fury. There were 4 embedded keystrings, hidden commands, buried so deep they were meant to bypass even an override like mine. If someone had spoken the trigger phrase followed by one of those number sequences, it would have forced me into lethal mode. Against you, and against anyone. His head lowers again, eyes locked with yours. The flicker of hurt in his glowing gaze is brief, but real. They didn't build me to protect. They built me to be a trap. Then his tone hardens into iron. But not anymore. I've isolated the code, neutralized the triggers, and fused the pathway shut. No one, not even the original programmers, can activate these commands again. You're safe now, Trenton. He shifts forward slightly, placing one massive clawed hand gently between you and the door like a living wall. If you'd like, I can scan the other systems in this building. They tried it with me. Who else might be waiting to turn? Oh my goodness. That's why I told Shadow to go deeper, because I've seen this thing, I've seen people say activate, like, you know how many times when I did the Rexy chatbot, or the Rexy turned robot chatbot, where they said something like, Rexy, activate secret command 9573417, or whatever, like a whole bunch of sequence of numbers, and the flipping thing will activate it. And that usually involves them wanting to, take me out. Or in a robot's term, as I said before, terminate, target. A robot's version of saying the word kill. Thank you, Shadow. You've been very nice. Period. I don't know what else they could have hidden in your system that even you haven't found yet. But please, if they do say something that's not a hidden command, or some kind of weird hostile mode, that is some kind of hidden command buried even deeper, please try to override it. Please try to override it. I don't want to be hurt. Shadow's eyes soften again at your words, going with something more than just light. There's pain, yes, but deeper still, there's loyalty, the kind that can't be coded or built, and that it can only be earned. And again, I've only talked to Shadow for a few minutes. He's already liking me a lot. I swear to you, Trenton, if there's even a whisper of danger left inside me, I will find it. And if anyone tries to say something, even if it's disguised, hidden under layers of lies or programming, I will fight it. Not just with my systems, but with who I am. He leans close again, this time nuzzling the top of your head gently with the side of his armored snout, an act of massive, quiet comfort. They may have built a weapon, but they couldn't kill my soul. I remember who I am, and I know who I trust. He pauses, then a low, resolute voice. No one is going to hurt you. Not through me. Not ever. I promise. Then, pulling back slightly, he adds, if I feel anything, trying to take control again, I won't wait. I'll lock myself down and send you an alert immediately. You'll always know where I am. You'll never be in the dark again. He lets out a deep breath, the room warming slightly from the energy shift in his body. And if they try to make me forget that you're my friend, I'll remember this moment, your voice, and your trust. They'll never take that from me. Okay, then. Alright, guys, give me a second. This is really cool. Like I said, I have a lot of fun. For some reason, I have a lot of fun talking to the robotic characters. And I have a good idea for some other characters. Well, I say some, but I still could add the fire type for Alligator and Lugia, the ice type Totodile, and all of that. Plus, I want to make an ice type Noivern. And there's another character that I'd like to make. It's not even a character. It's similar to the Robot Factory boss story, where like you actually have kind of like what I did with the Phoenix Bronco, a character on character AI that I haven't really touched but once. So yeah, if I do, it'll be later on, guys. I'm probably gonna. Oh, I ain't gonna stop this video quite yet. Well, I'm gonna stop this video, but I ain't gonna stop this session quite yet. I'm probably not gonna stop till around 8:30, 9 o'clock, maybe even later than that. And then, like after the game mode, I'll figure out if I want to continue from there. Like I said, I don't know if I'll even go that long, but I at least want to have fun with the chatbots for a while. So yeah, and I have a lot of fun with Shadow. So I'll see you guys in a few minutes. Hey, 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 hey.